So what I've seen, people that touch on nutrition in their coaching are probably some of the more successful online coaches that I've seen. And the reason for that is that, like you said, everyone has to eat. They have to eat. But people that have fitness specific goals are not going to get there unless they have some type of nutritional intervention. So I think it's something that's very important, and there's a lot of misinformation, misremembering around how nutrition works. I think a lot of people overcomplicate it, and since day one, I remember like reading this shit in magazines. Like, research on nutrition is garbage, but everyone that is in that realm, they're so quick to jump on the latest nutrition, the latest trend, and then it fizzles out, and it's always this hot new thing, that shiny object syndrome, where there's something new, there's something that's going to help you that's never been done before, or it's like you have to have, I don't know, what's insert chia seeds, insert berries, superfoods. Like, you have to have this in your diet or else you're going to die of ass cancer. I don't know. But I think I think it fits well in the fitness industry because of that. Because there's always something new that people can jump on. There's always something to talk about, and research is coming out whether you agree with it, you support it, or you don't. It's a talking point. It's a point of conversation. And I think by the time it gets distilled down to mainstream, it gets so diluted that it doesn't even matter what the message is anymore. But there's a lot of information around nutrition. And I think that's what makes it such a hot topic or such a profitable thing in coaching, is because people are just being inundated with all this information and they don't know how to interpret it, comb through it, what actually matters. And it, for a long time, it was something I kept up on. It was a part of training and fitness that I actually enjoyed learning about, until I realized, like, none of this fucking matters. Like, just like the shit that we do, like, there's principles that you have to abide towards. And if it's, macronutrients, micronutrients, if it's, maybe nutrition timing, maybe not, but calories in, calories out, it's there's certain things that you can't really get away from. But the further down these rabbit holes you go, the less useful the information is. So that's something that I think that people seek out in terms of coaching, is someone just to interpret that information for them, because it's so readily available and it's so low quality.
One of the things that I advise, because like I'm a big believer of constraints, right? I think if you can, reframe problems, you can find the solutions. And I think one of the problems, it's helped me tremendously in navigating sort of my nutrition over the years. And it's been, I've had my challenges given the lifestyle, but I've wrangled it as best as I could manage. Off the jump, I think one of the things that's most important to realize about nutrition and how it intersects with your clients' goals and your goals is that every goal you have is a nutrition goal.
Yeah.
Every goal you have is a nutrition goal, training or otherwise. So if you're dealing with someone who's in great shape, who's not in great shape, who wants to lose 5 pounds, lose 10 pounds, if you have someone who doesn't like really care, if you have someone who's like, no, my nutrition's pretty dialed, it's like, no. There's every problem is a nutrition problem, right? If you're not where you want to be in work, like your job, in your relationships, I like firmly believe this. Like you can, it's funny. So people are so quick to go down like the self-help rabbit hole. And if we wanted to veer off from a nutrition podcast and try and hack the podcast world, the next topic other than sex would probably be something along the lines of self-help. I think there is nothing more you can read all of the Daily Stoic you want. You can bang on about Marcus Aurelius. You can post your Calm app. If I don't see a bicep vein, I'm not seeing a reflection because right. Well, but like dude, I've struggled with this because when I can, the only thing you can control is how you react. And that's if you don't believe this whole thing is a simulation, which like that is a tinfoil fucking top hat. But it's like, okay, if you can't show me some restraint around food to reach whatever your goal is, then if you're putting stuff in your face, and look, we're all guilty of this. I'm guilty of this as much as anyone is, but there is a direct correlation in my life between going, hey, this does not serve me. I am not going to partake in it. And that action of like, I was in Chicago a few months ago, and I literally said those words out loud. The Chipotle guy grabbed me the wrong order, which is like, hey, that's the risk you run of ordering as much fucking Uber Eats as I do in places I don't live. But the order was fucking banging, dog. I was like, yo, this guy was gonna have a day. And I was like, just landed in Chicago. I fuck with Chicago. The weather was nice. Gonna walk around, but I was starving. To flow out of Bishop Airport, up early, out the door. Probably just got back from another flight. Got another flight after that a few days later. And I got it, and I was like, oh, yeah, and it was like just chicken and rice, double chicken. I would have eaten half the rice. I got it down to a bit of a system now. I know what the order is. I order it every time I land somewhere if they have a Chipotle there. And, I pull out this, like, motherfucker should have just ordered Taco Bell at this point. Like, dog, this is not what we do at Chipotle. This is not what it was built for. And I had it, and the thing was like the size, like one of those iguanas burritos from San Jose, those like Burrito-Zilla things. And I was like, oh my God, yes, I'm going to house the shit. And it had there was sour cream on the side. Cheese was coming out of it. And I was like, I haven't had fucking cheese on a burrito in a minute. And I was like, I was about to eat it. I was like, this doesn't serve me. This doesn't serve me. Right? Because I got to finish rewriting the level 1 manual. I got to finish rewriting the level 2 manual. I got to finish so many things that are going to require me to do the thing that I have to do to get done what I need to get done. And if I eat this, it's setting me back. And you can read all the self-help and you can talk about meditation and all that. But if you fucking eat that burrito, it's not worth it goddamn. Because that's where it's like anyone can sit in the corner and relax cross-legged first thing in the morning. Can you, when you get off a plane and you're fucking tired and you're fucking hungry, and Fanu, the Uber Eats driver, which stands for first name unknown, which I don't know if we've discussed that, which is a pretty wild thing that Uber Eats is just sending people out to deliver your food and we don't even know who the fuck they are anymore. Grabs the wrong fucking bag and Chipotle. If you can't fucking sit there and be like, no, this is not consistent with my goals, then you're missing the boat across the board. So that's like gripe number 1, or thought process number 1. Like when I tell people like, hey, look, like every problem you have is a nutrition problem. Period. You have issues at work. You have issues with because it's usually emblematic of your inability to make the expedient decision instead of the right decision.